Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Yorubaland here on the Lord Master channel. In this 5th episode, oh my goodness, the previous episode was wild because, our good old man, except we know grandfather who was a kinslaying bad person, and then my father, Ikundaya, who was the, should say the nephew of the one who started off the series of Ila, who was given a grand funeral by his, by his nephew. Correct? I'm just trying to remember the whole lineage thing. Like, this is my grandfather, yes. And this is my father. And father gave him the magnificent funeral. And then 2 years later he went mad and he stabbed himself with the sword, and then that was it. Which I believe he was also the one responsible for starting a war. If memories are correct. Like, was he the one that started that war? Or was I the one that started? Yes, he became the ruler. And then came to the aid, and then that happened. And I only have two friends. One is Vassal and the other is my sister, whom we're close to, which she rules the kingdom of Benin over there. And we were victorious in that war that just ended a couple of months ago. So you got that going for you. And now I'll just wait a couple months because I know exactly what I'm going to do next as we recover. Because we're in a recovery period in a post-war. So, just wait and see. Because I would like to hold a grand tour. And whoa there! Shabin Flux. That's bloody flux. It's said to be minor. Just began in Shabe itself. Fever, delirium, severe abdominal pain have made this character expel blood in the latrines. Oh, those who have it, no good. I originally said I was going to go on a grand tour, but, well, that ain't happening. Want him back? Yeah. Pay up. My original plan was to go on a grand tour, but with this disease, although when I was playing with Rogi the other day, we're similar age, he was uncommon considering me. I've never felt about him this way before. Maybe starting to see him as more than a friend. No, he's nothing more than a friend. I wouldn't have a crush on him because two things. One, I'm shy and he's rather lustful. I think he wants me because of the way I look. But no. And I have gained a trait. So this is what reveals it. They thought I was said to be frail because my mother is frail. But instead I got the delicate trait. So, the body's not as strong as it could be. But, who's that going to stop me? I mean, yeah, I may be feeling unwell, but this modifier would soon expire. It's a good thing you turned on that plague resistance. So, the infection rate is 55. It's expected to spread north and south. but it shouldn't spread to here. Or at least we know which area that we gotta steer clear to. Mother. And although she is gonna pass soon, and I'm gonna inherit the land, which does not belong to our culture, but does have the same faith. It's already killed 2 characters, assumably Courtiers. .99 infection rate over there of the shabby and flux. So it's expected to go up this way. I mean, after all, it has seen war, and so it would make sense that of an area that was devastated by war, that a disease would pop up. Because this was a battle zone. Oh, he got it too. Poor health. Oh, and she got it too. If those 2 die, who's gonna rule? Will I inherit the land? Keep an eye on it. It's just a vassal of mine. Well, I mean, he was thinking of me, but he was being lustful, that's all, but... Oh, said to be strong. So she'll live through that vile disease. I don't know, he will. But everything is temporary. I mean, tried his best to isolate that capital, so there's some disease resistance going for it. Continues to spread, and now it's spreading that way. Yep, it's going that way still. The infection rate of Shaba is going down. Again, it's a minor outbreak, so we're not gonna see a wide spread of it. Pay the ransom. Give it to me. She was of old age. Since there is time and money, should search for a physician. And also I'm reminded, because, you know, education-wise, should give me a court tutor. One who's not a knight, preferably. Improves education outcomes, may never know. Although it's kind of too late at this point. And also give me an antiquarian, they're super cheap to maintain. And I guess that someone is you. Don't bother. I need my trusted bodyguards to be with me during this time. Oh, if I were you, I'd start swaying him. Or her, that's the regent. So the disease spreads. Infection rates going back up in the chiefdom. But in Odo Akaba, it's fine. You know, we should do something else instead. Instead of doing that grand tour, which was my original plan, had that disease not broken out, I talk about my father, how he didn't have much of an impact, other than he started a war and kept us safe. Let's have a humble ceremony. Death is not the time for garishness and pomp. It's time to gather and offer our humble respects to my father, who, did what he did to himself. So, it'll be a mourning period that I declare. So, if anybody wishes to come, you're more than welcome. But do it at a reduced cost. You know how the chain event works. Plus, it'll give me some legitimacy for this, but I believe we have to do more than that. Three, four. Apparently the man who has leprosy and is a giant, well, you say he's quite experienced. Oh, female, my mistake. Honest mistake. Shadow of Mars no longer deliver me. At last given a moment of what a quiet cover I could take such a move. The rattling and prattling of other guests in my ears, just me and my thoughts of my father. Ooni Obrinrin. Just to reduce that stress. I mean, I've been under quite a bit of stress lately. The sorrowful line marches on. The line to have a last moment with him. A last whisper, a last long goodbye. Alas, nothing but the last place anyone will see him again. Truly a privilege is to be here. The line brings me ever closer till that last the figure in front of me parts. There is nothing but a veil between me and him. All will hear my grief. All of the figures venerated and villainous, none of it desired more than a departed Ooni Obrinrin. This crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination. I am at last left with a moment's solace to myself and my father. I promise to be a better Ooni Obrinrin. Legitimacy gained for 15 years. I vowed to be better. And also I wish to be more pious as he was. So it said anyway, because I have this thing here. Determined to become as pious as he was. They survived the ravages of disease. Infection rates all going down in general. Now the time has come to commit them to Ooni Obrinrin of the Yoruba's final rites for the journey to the hereafter. Egalitarian's enshrouded bodies held suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. Set at his head is me. A privileged place of mourning afforded by only a magnanimous host. To see him surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper Orisha burial gives me hope that perhaps I too will be remembered fondly as Ooni Obrinrin. At last his body is lowered to the earth and the funeral is officially completed with a prayer. Beautiful. funeral's been concluded. All gone. Finally, the plague has left the realm, and we must take this opportunity to rise to the chaos and live this way. We now emerge from the wreckage of the old world, and time is going to consider the new. 7 gold, you got it. Get its development back up. Now we gotta start saving that money again in order to begin the raids. Subjugation war. Oh, assisting Yoruba subjugation war. Kingdom of Hausaland exists. So now we got ourselves a powerful realm, and it's also feudal. The land is feudal. Is it because of its culture? And does that make it the only? Yep, the only one that's feudal. Oh, not the only one. These two are feudal, and this from an unformed faith. How the hell did they get themselves feudalized? I mean, I can get feudalized too, but that's just for, you know, or whatever. With the help of Imari, oh god, say that again, one more time. With the help of Ima de as I finally concluded my studies in the art of warfare. I am disappointed with my results, as I think I could have done better. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the woman I've become. The friendship I shared with Tomilio meant a lot to me when we were both young. And the daughter by my side means a lot. A whole lot. Yes. I was just reading something. Hi, Shaman Gembisola, you're a woman now. Said to be a misguided warrior, but in actuality you're a tough soldier. Okay. So once I get rid of feeling unwell, which will be next year, then my prowess would be pretty average. And despite the education, I actually did well. Although I'm not one for diplomacy nor intrigue. Should I really commit? I can have male concubines if I want to. Like, is that a cultural thing, or is it just... who knows? Well, what if I say no? Like, break the patrol. Yeah, breaking a patrol would just be a loss of opinion of this unruly vassal of mine. Okay, because I thought it would be a big loss of fame. That's what I feared. Because I thought about this move. And you'll say, what move? Listen, when playing as a female character with the Dark Ages mod on, and if you decide to have children, you know there is a danger that life could be cut short. You know, in childbirth. And I kind of don't want to have that in my conscience, especially this early in the day. And my sister is young. She's got a future, too. But for me, my future is to see things stable and all that. And if she won't like it of what we did, all I can say is I do not care. I'm breaking the patrol. We simply had to have that alliance within. And also you can end the Regency. Discharge it, dismiss a wave of the hand. So that way I can officially begin without any responsibilities. Yes, you are angry with me. Because I'll do what I can to end factionalism. You are disfigured. Sure, disease came and ravaged the land too. What do you mean, you sure? You saw it happen. Now look, 17 months is good. And I was thinking, you know, that can be improved further. Even though I'm a bit delicate, unyielding defenders always excellent. And since I'm brave, I want to be the warrior woman. Want to be that person. All these great benefits. Make a box with a representation of everyday life. Not quite there yet. Oh, hold on. Okay, because the map wouldn't move. Oh, great. So, now. You know, anything to hunt, because ways to get more prestige and legitimacy, especially legitimacy, and get a master hunt while you're at it. We have one who's excellent. Especially that I have to get my prowess up. Because, like, yes, I have a delicate physique, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. Antelope sighting. Antelope sighting. Let's go to here. It's forested territory. I have increased chance of success. We can wait a few months, because I'd be willing to spend it all. And to slay the beast. Yeah, why not? Let's make the journey more dangerous, so let's wait a few months. And you know, What? Alliance expired? Yes, I did. Neighbor lost the war. So yeah, Hausaland would be a rival, though we're not directly bordered with them as the Niger River separates us. Hey, hold court real quick. I am faced with Emma's sad eyes, which grow larger and more pitiful as her mother gently ushers her towards my throne. Ooni Obrinrin laments. The girl's been at the Ethnicities court with no one to watch over her since the appearance of her dear papa. Please look to her future. Oh, what could be done with such a child? I don't think they'll like that. My hands are full, but I will find her a home. You raise her. Alright. The next petitioner is evidently somewhat a stranger to Courtiers I do not recognize in the eyes of Marshal. Oh, this name again. Of Ima de Yun Gabon. My lady, I have come to declare that the people of Shabe refuses to pay taxes you've levied upon us. In times past, on land the people were granted rights and privileges which your exactions ignore. We request that you adjust our concerns fairly or else. Imprison this wretch, Marshal, then crush the rabble. Tax all crushed. My friend, Obinrin, takes the turn of bending my ear before the uncle. Glorious High Shaman, give me the honor of pouring your refreshments and assuring their son the son will not let you down. Oh, how could I refuse such a friend? Yeah, you know that doesn't. Let me think. Because, you know, cupbearer. I mean, sure, that's a small price to pay. But it increases court grandeur and chance of stopping poison murder schemes. You'll do. Every little bit helps. So we can get that. And stay up there. And no, it's no longer cupbearer. Oh well. Again, I would love to go hunting. That's the beauty of having a marshal of equal, which means both men and women can hunt and compete at grand tournaments, which I would also love to take part of one day. Years have passed since my great father, Ooni Obrinrin, committed suicide. And I hope he's serving Odumare and Odun now. Yet the spirit of his faith is still present among the living, both as an inspiration and a challenge. I'm still regarded as his daughter by the pious Aborisha. Just yesterday, an old shaman was praising him as the current ruler. Wonder if Olodumare feels the same about me. I feel the burning need to prove myself as a woman of faith of my own, to step out of my father's shadow. Olodumare will see me as my own self. I shall become more pious. I swear it. Yeah, people still not gotten over to that offensive war. I think I'll be alright. This piety focus. So don't spend it. Plus I'm about to spend money on hunting. There can be no easy battles in the jungle, and I know how to take advantage. My troops force an enemy down overgrown pathways, and I snared them in mud and bushes, and thorns could do as much damage as my swords and spears. When night falls, the bodies are gone among the fallen leaves. The forest is not a place of forgiveness. Negates applied limit penalty while in jungle. So basically, fight in my home territories and you're in trouble. Because there are hardly any jungles you see out there. Oh, you're from nearby and you are of this same religion. You weren't kidding. The Orisha faith has spread. But the question is how? How did it spread? I mean, it is an organized religion. I think it might be the work of missionaries. They're an unreformed faith. They have the High Council. Not all controlled by the same country. But they do get its benefits. Yeah, the Orisha faith is spreading through migration rather than missionary work, which is almost non-existent. But it has not reached them yet. I mean, if they were to become of the Orisha faith, then praise be. It even surrounds them. So the Orisha faith is spreading. It's just either due to inheritance or due to migrations. I mean, we don't have missionaries. Unless certain events that occurred to them and they decide to say, alright, let's convert this wonderful religion. And I hope it will reach the ears of the Malik over there. The woods have always been a valuable training ground. Everyone knows that any gallant knight is always on the lookout for new adventures. A malevolent tyrant, a secret trial, an innocent in need. I hadn't explored this part of the forest before, but perhaps that's what makes us the sudden ruins seem like a test of valor. The church has been abandoned for decades, and by the looks of it, spiderwebs replaced the glass on the windows, broken trunks on new benches. Some birds fly away when I approach the rotten door. There are a few things as tempting as an unexplored temple. The tree has grown just behind the altar. Its crown has replaced the fallen parts of the roof. Next to it there's a wooded chest that someone's been using recently, judging by the lack of dust or mold. Inside, a small treasure. This sounds like a perfect lecture for a knight. Study the tome and put it back in its sacred place. The Book of Courtly Admiration. If anybody wants to have it. Actually, no, destroy that. Despite the piety it gives, because I would rather make repairs to some of the things I care about. Oh, that's a little more expensive. I don't plan on using that. Get rid of them. Same for that one. I just like the things that are made in here. Make repairs to that one. And let's go hunting. Go hunt for that antelope. gonna face the worst. I ain't scared. Let's go. Forests may be dangerous, but I ain't afraid. And one day we'll go on a grand tour, and we'll be bringing these Trans-Saharan merchants with us. The woods of Ogbomoso are swarming with tiny, dark, blood-sucking insects. No matter what we do or where we go, there they are, leeching our blood like a torturous cloud sent by Ojugun themselves. Not only are the horses getting flighty and temperamental, but my entourage as well, especially my bodyguard, Latifu, who is fiercely fighting our sanguine-covered arms. Push through, they're just mere insects. Just got drained by mosquitoes. Brutally shaven. This character hair was utterly shorn during a rite of passage, leaving but a scraped scalp behind. Does that explain why I don't have any hair, even though you can't see that because I'm wearing this headdress, as per tradition? As we wait for the arrival of the rest of the guests, my service can get started on preparations. The gamekeepers check the woodlands each day for signs of quarry, while establishing a camp close to the hunting grounds. Those antelope are close. I can feel it. We'll also assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp, in the woods near Isian. My men have been gathering sightings of the antelope that roam the local area. Many gamekeepers and flushers have been pouring over the area for tracks and fumes. The stout buck is definitely near. At a condition could be hardly better to hunt for it. Let's get out there. Find that antelope. My giant court physician has dismounted the squad in the trade routes, carefully examining Rose Heart. She appears lost all interest in the hunt. Ooni Obrinrin, look at all this useful herbs and flowers here. This one could soothe aches. This one aids a broken shin. This one wards off smallpox. Hey, get back on your horse. Success chance increases, bit by bit. Poachers here in the Movers Forest. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job at hiding the dead antelope behind them. We did not do this. Please have mercy, glorious son, Ooni Obrinrin. Their blades of oath fail their words. Oh, I mean, that's in somebody's chiefdom, not mine. I'll say they will hang, and the villages will pay. People in this county better making up for poachers as far as. While this modifies like hunt success will be slightly better in this county that we're on. It lowers their popular opinion but increases their taxes. My huntsmen, they say to know the places of beasts covered, and the nearby water holes and grazings the antelope frequents. This by no means the easy thing to do. If we were to carefully creep up on the buck, we could perhaps catch it unawares of our bows. It's not a brave thing to do. Ha! Real hunters corner their prey. Last one to reach it, he cleans the kennels. Gain a tiny bit of prestige while attempt to corner the antelope with the spear, as this method is more perilous, but the success chance decreases slightly. I paused to offer my water skin, serving some cool relief from the sweat and havoc of the chase, as I secure to hear a low whistling noise. An arrow slams into the mud at my feet, burying itself deeply in the ground. And I and those closest spin around, but no one is there. Only the wind rustling through the dense undergrowth. Oi, be more careful. Can hardly keep up with the blasted beasts. Darting waves through the dense undergrowth, snorting wildly. Scaling a horizon, disappearing into the dense thicket. The antelope is gone quickly as it appeared. Falling panting dogs, a sweating horse chauffeur. Damn thing is gone. I had a good chance too. He didn't call it a wilderness adventure. And this outing delivered a good and a bad in abundance. Oversaw got his disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. The antelope has indeed eluded us this time. Let us leave this adventure behind for now. So I'm a hunter now. Prowess up. Get this up a bit more and you'll do really well. As my glory is widely known. Not to mention legitimacy up. Want you to start raiding. Ooh, goddamn good commander advantage. Don't have any good reavers anymore. You do it. Because I need to be here at court for a couple of things. You know, places for you to raid. Particularly those that we do not have peace with, that we swore upon the colonists for. There's also a whole ongoing holy war. So, Benin's expanding. Alright, additional tax. I guess we'll raid over there now since that area is a war zone. Actually, there first. Gotta get rid of these oversized bush hunters and start increasing the size of light cavalry to counter against their bush hunters. So they've expanded it more. Just concerning based on who that man is. Well, I'm going to do something that's going to help Benin. I'm going to raid their land. Just get us some good loot. Yuck. Ooni Obrinrin, you are currently in possession of something. Some place that should be mine. Even my tempered friend has come for me. Just in there. Him? Her? Him? Her. God dang it. Pronouns, pal. What was coming for? Insisted that I grant her the chiefdom of Yagba. I'll see what I could do. Not gonna give it. The corrupt officials in Yagba gain a reputation for being corrupt and morally flawed, focused on furthering their own interests and what is good for the community. Whether such assessment is accurate or not, it will reflect poorly on me and my administration. I'm displeased to hear this, but what can I do? Disillusioned factions finally been disbanded. Raid begins. Massive disadvantage, but we still outnumber them no matter what. That's the Estates of the Realm thing. You go. We're just gonna raid this place, take the money, then it's your turn to siege it because this is a high-level fortress. Edo people moved in again. Despite the cultural acceptance between us, it's gonna keep happening, you know. I'm visiting one of the small rivers close to the chiefdom of Ife. As I'm about to quench my thirst, the local man resolutely positions himself between me and the river. The nerve! Just as I'm about to order him removed, he speaks up. There's a crocodile in the water, my lady. He was protecting me. A crocodile? Huh, I saw no crocodile. A brave woman like her would say that, so drink water for 1 year for a small health boost. As I approached the water, ignoring the men, I bent down a cup of cold water in my hands. No signs of any living thing, save the insects. I reach for the second mouthful, I hear something disturb the surface, and then pain. So much pain. I look down and there's a giant maul close around my leg. Blood seeping out around the jagged teeth. Ah! Get it off! I've been wounded, but the physician has treated me. So, I was able to drink the good water, and the crocodile bit me, took a hold of me, but I'm alright now. Now anyways, my spy master asked for an urgent meeting today regarding a very valuable foreign asset she controls, who is from my dynasty that is working for me undercover in the court of Nana Akobata of Akpoto. The spy in question is none other than Nana Olajuwan of Oil, and the problem is that we have information is about to be discovered, arrested, and probably killed. Tell you what, is asking me to fund a special and dangerous mission to rescue her agent and save her from a horrible fate. You should proceed with the mission. Your intrigue goes way high. I order my spy master to execute the mission. The success depends on her high intrigue skill, her high prowess, being brave. Failure mission depends on the low intrigue skill and all that. So, go ahead with this mission. Spend the money on it while we can get some money back through raiding. Yes. While shopping for some wares in the market, I see a commoner passing by. He has a few coin bags attached to his belt. He doesn't notice them when one of them falls off. A few moments later, one calls out to him, bringing his touch of what just happened. He thanks him profusely before disputes come. As I return to my shopping, I overhear one of my guards say, "What a foolish woman! I would have just taken care of those coins." "Is that what you would really do?" Another guard says, "That'd be affront to Oldumare." "Perhaps you two should focus on your present duties," God warns them, "and not engage in idle chatter." The second guard is right. We should do the right thing. Now, this warned me about poor popular opinion. It proceeds to tell how my frequent and my necessary trials cross hands might be used by disgruntled individuals to attempt to ambush me and place my life in danger. Spire suggests I improve the county popular opinion in the unhappy province's island. A decision that to that effect is available, and I hire one or even better 2 bodyguards. And the knowledge that she's paid to worry about the possible developments alert to every probability is small. I must proceed with caution. Yes, I know. There are some places that, with wrong culture, affects the steward and the offensive war. And there's some corrupt officials there. We got the loot. Now go right there. Oh, just hurry up and die, will ya? Except he ain't anytime soon. And just worried about Safatoro. He's infirm and a deviant. Do not worry. Nothing bad's gonna happen, and nothing bad's gonna happen to you. Though I returned from the dangerous mission in Nana Agabantas and Akpoto lands, reporting more than half of the rescue team dead and a mission failure. Unfortunately, we weren't able to save him. So the Nana, who is unlanded, because this is the one who's married to him. This is from the neighbor. And this is the granddaughter who lives down. Brings me great pain. Executed by his orders. Where do we go to raid next? Because raiding there would be suicide. Nobody's disturbed them, so let's go over there. So you're going to take plenty of attrition hits for this. Going to be of much reduced size. And let's not forget, we gotta form the Duchy of Savalu to get this area centralized. Tell me, I ask our guide, what is that over there? Turns to look at where I'm pointing. A tall, rod-like stone, standing by itself on the empty field alongside the road. Ah, that stone, my lady? It's always been there, he explains. Some say it was built by ancient shamans to worship the heavens. Others say the long-lost race of giants carried the stones here. And it's all that remains of their once mighty buildings. I nod sagely before we continue on our journey. I'm learning a thing or two about the local legends, myths, customs, beliefs, and so on about the people living nearby. Increasing my diplomacy and learning a bit. Light of Odamar guides me my holy spirit as it once guided my father, the great Ooni Obrinrin. The life of Odamar is pirates, so it is not an easy one. Yet I feel compelled to be even greater than my father. Should a good Bodhisattva always relentlessly pursue the recognition of both his peers and Odamar? Is a father's example a beacon to follow or a goal to achieve and surpass? There is still much for me to achieve, so it's focused almost exclusively becoming as pious as possible. This way. And then we'll raid there next. And then go home. Because the amount of attrition casualties will be taken since we do not have a rear of us is going to cause more problems at home. Thus we'd be vulnerable by our rivals. Is the last place to raid, then go home? Nope, someone else did. I guess we just have to go home then. Because this provides very little. It's part of their realm anyway. Where? Oh, it's just right behind us. It ain't much, but it'll have to do when we get back there. Unpressed claim. Alright, let's go home now. Remember, Mother's expected to pass soon, due to the frailty and being infirm and all that. And I'll inherit these lands, which I'll have to give it to someone else. The latest. It'll happen one day. You are developing this land excellently. I find among my usual letters of state something most unusual. Delicately wrapped with a blood-red ribbon is a letter with the image of a heart adorning a waxy seal. It's from my vassal, Obinrin. His details his profound feelings for me. My love, I breathe only for you, and I cannot bear to be apart for much longer. I've loved you since I was just a boy. Please return my love, and I promise I'll make you happy forever. I don't feel the same way. You only want me because of my body. Not because of my wisdom. Be careful. If you dare raid my lands, we're gonna have an issue. That's all we're gonna get back. So I want you to stop being a raiding army so you can reinforce in case our neighbor gets there. And a strong hook loyalty from you? Excellent. I mean, there's no alliance between us, but another strong hook loyalty from one of the other realms. Oh, I knew it. Get them off of there. No, it's simply not how you say it. The venerable scholar who invented the word said it was pronounced the way I was saying it. My sister Sigun and I are having a raging debate which shows no sign of abating. Having passed a nearby gibbet, she had remarked on it being fluent in the Yoruba language as I am. I gently corrected her on the pronunciation. It begins with a hard sound, not a soft sound. Obviously. She had no temerity to disagree, and disagree vociferously no less. I can't believe you're still holding this worthless linguistic position. Well, it sounds frustrating my existence. It is as I say it, and that's the end of it. I'm a descriptivist. This character insists upon using their approach to language, implying a distant lack of education in linguistic matters. We got raiders. Get me over there. My enterprising Master Shadowry an idea came up with regarding improving my less performant knights and their retinues. In a suggestion, he told me he would provide intensive theoretical knowledge to the knights and the retinues over a period of 1 month and hoping to improve their prowess. Of course, given the nature of the subject at hand, the learning skill of each knight would be tested to see how effective the training would become. Now I'm facing the decision to greenlight the training. That will cost a significant amount of resources. I say don't support that idea. Money is going to be spent elsewhere. I'm in command now. Let's get rid of him. Fighting in forest. Despite the settlement of Egalitarian in his armies, yet Sokolo spared the inhabitants of Greater Yagba from further villaging. Instead, he seems intent on acquiring his plunder from me. That fiend! Get him! They have loot. They're carrying loot, which will be happily to take some of that back from them. And it's my first combat personally. I have the advantage. Rare opportunity. Through blood and sweat and horror, he sees an opportunity to face up against Jika, who just died recently. Had a brief look around, I do spot something worth considering. Getsukolo of Nupe. The commander himself is nearby, though he seems well protected and times not on my side. Attack him. One more step. Getting past Jacob was not troublesome, because he's already dead. However, Boye won't give you that big of a chance. Some of the soldiers are covering the surroundings. Might provide some backstabbing protection, but taking care of this would demand much. Are you ready? Oh, he's strong, super strong. But I don't give a damn, I'm brave. I love a good risk. For a few brief moments, Boya and I pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I couch my Dagaba spear, ready to defend myself, while he clutches his mace firmly in his hand. This fight may be only until first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Boya wastes no time, meeting with an intense series of crushing thwacks that force him back step by step. Fool, take this! Fainted stab. Fainting left with my spear and then stabbed right with an offhand dagger, so I gain knife to hand. This is because I have the hunter trait. My spear makes a thrusting jab one way, only for me to draw a fresh dagger with my offhand and lunge at Boy as he attempts to parry with surprising speed. He unleashes a crushing thwack at his mace, nearly knocking my spear loose. The form is good with only small errors, and the stance is passable. My opponent's guard is fierce, and I feel far from victory. Oh, damn it. Again, he's super strong. I don't know if I can even win that. So just Hail Mary him. Fighting someone so skilled means I've got nothing to lose. So there's nothing but a prayer and a wild attack. Swinging my spear wildly, I rush straight at him. As if I'm to die, I'd make it a hard fight. He's driven back by my desperate enthusiasm. Boy counters of a fierce hail of rapid thumps, almost crushing me repeatedly. My form is good with only smallers. Stands formidable. My opponent is still holding out my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. Screw it. Wisdom over ignorance, scum. I have my spear on my enemy. I'm determined to introduce the two by any means. Wild swings, backhanded smacks, flailing strikes of my weapon's haft, anything to batter my foe. I suspect that he manages to swing a vicious kick from my shin, momentarily hobbling me. My form is decent with some lapses. His stance is passable. I have my opponent on the back foot, but I still need to consolidate my victory. Take this. I swing my spear and it almost lays vein. My opponent doesn't see my offhand dagger until it's too late, when it's already sailing through his guard straight into his chest. Boy staggers back, my offhand dagger pulling loose as he does, spraying gore and fragments and bone all over the floor. He bleeds out quickly, though not exactly painlessly. Goodbye. A big man he was. He was strong, he was fed of body. Not to mention, quite possibly, the best duelist they had out of everybody over there. So, that killing effect, I gained some stress because I'm humble that way. Because bravery comes first. So, I gained 75 prestige. My knights gained a good opinion of me. I gained Knight Master for 3 months. Ups the health and gained some dread for that. Now, our faith does not penalize violence against religions that are considered hostile evil, as he's of the Sattvi faith. And gained my martial lifestyle experience. Might increase my prowess and might gain Blade Master skills. So that was a baptism by fire here. Sent him to his grave. Whew. Stalwart leader. +2 prowess and reduce the risk of commanding armies. May challenge rivals in single combat, inflicting stress if I win. And gain foot if I have the hostile trait experience, which I would love to take part in tournaments one day. Thus giving me much more prowess. And you see, as big as strong as that opponent was, she ain't afraid. I mean, her body isn't strong, but she's brave. Sometimes she doesn't even know her own strength. It's in women. Too close. Here you are, holding your spear and full of fresh pieces of flesh. Finally fix him, I'm afraid. Lots of good men perished to get you here, but you're gonna make this worth last every drop of their blood. Gitsu Kolo stares at me fiercely. Only taking small glimpses around, disappointed of being threatened directly. It's just you and me, Kolo. He's sick and he's also possessed. And he is strong too, but let's not forget that he's an older person. I could easily sweep him. But no, let's make it another duel. Just you and me, Kolo. So I have my spear, and now he clutches his sword. The Saturday our bout begins. My spear makes a thrusting jab one way, only for me to draw a fresh dagger with my offhand and lunge at Kolo as he attempts to parry. Stay stock still, hoping to just throw down my spear. Taste the wrath of Ulgun! Onslaught. I harry him with a furious onslaught. Spear flying, I throw hail-piercing dust at my opponent. Each blow takes a fearsome toll, requiring parries so hard that sweat is starting to pour down on a man's face just from defending himself alone. No one can keep that level of effort for that long, and eventually, mistake. Actually, it's Kolo crumbles into the mulch. I couch my spear and receive an exhausted yield for my troubles. I am victorious. Boye, who is dead, is wounded, but no, it is he who is wounded, but I believe he's already... Oh, hang on. Here's the real event here. What now? Victory is yours. Getsu Kolo's at your mercy. Helpless and defenseless for the time being. The main battle is far from over, and the lull that previously surrounded seemed to fade away. This was merely a skirmish in the grand scheme of things, but nonetheless, he owned what remains of his last seconds. What would it be? Yes, possessed is a virtue in his religion, but not in mine. He must have been a good blade master back in his day, but not anymore. So you're coming with me, Getsu Kolo. So 82% chance we'll imprison him. 16% chance that he gets away with it. We got him. He's in prison, no commander. They were routed. And able to get that loot back. And known for dedication to my faith, because we gain piety out of this. This was indeed a slaughter here. And Jaitgad was not able to kill anyone before he was slain by Mithu, one of my fellow knights, a woman. And Boye, who I also defeated, as it'll say on the list, yes, was slain in battle. We could assume that he was probably one of his bodyguards rather than knights, but he was serving as one of their knights. But I got him. And able to capture its ruler. Your raid is at an end, so I'm sure you have a lot to pay. 49? We'll take it. Now, let's disband, as I shall return. 27 days till. I love a good brave woman every now and then. Traveling through these sometimes harsh environments has invigorating effects, at least in my state of mind and vigor. I glance over at Latifu, who she does not appear to be doing quite as good. Her movement is labored, her breathing is heavy, and spontaneous scarlet ripple through her body. She's clearly not well. We should let her rest and recover fully. I can wait. No rush. But no, money's going elsewhere. Got all this loot and ransom. is able to prove herself as rightful. Yeah, recovery period for all. Knowing what I'm capable of now, and based on the performance of many of you, you do deserve one. Create an accolade for you. I'm looking. Actually, you should leave that hunt master. This sort of thing. One sec. Liege modifiers. You know what? Both of these are good, so leave it at that. Just create that accolade. So, trade experience gain. Me and my primary heir may gain the hunter trait for every few years. Every few years. And seek a worthy successor if you can find one. I also would like to hold a grand tournament to see how much it costs. Yes, it's unsuitable terrain. And you can only choose one contest due to the era that we're currently in. So, duel. And again, men and women can take part of it as we're equal. And they don't cost much. This was in the late Antiquity era. But just to hold with no changes, it costs this much. Damn. I guess I can wait. But in the meantime, just rest. And for future reference, make him the master horse. The clanging of mail and the clash of swords rings my ears. My knights practice arms. I study them intently, trying to discern each other's particular strengths and weaknesses. There can be little rest for them, for as soon as the bell is rung to signal the end of the mock melee, the stable doors are opened. It's time to bring out the mounts. Today, we are going field riding. Welcome. Uladai glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. Those could serve as the outline of an enemy army, she says. I inform my knights as I inspect the battle line, preparing them for the strategy at hand. Either this or this, which also has its benefits. Because, you know, we're the ones that takes less casualties than all the other. But I said I should cut off diagonally and lead the knights into the flanks. The storm of hooves around me, the shouts of mounted warriors, the unyielding momentum riding at their head. It feels as if I'm at the head of the force of nature. This, however, is the force I direct, that responds to my every little order, that I command was an extension of myself. Charging into the flanks of an imaginary army, my knights never straying from my plan. I know this is how I bring utter devastation to my enemy. This is how the rush of victory will feel. Shabrak dominance. This will make knights more effective now. Keep it up. Yeah, I can't practice sparring because my prowess is 15 or above. Alright, there's that decision now, if you wish to take it. But they say you can do that once in a lifetime, correct? Rather than multiple times, like it said on the Dynasty Legacy. Also, task aborted. They migrated here. Good. I'll start making some fortune again. Now, where was I? 8 years' time. What's going on? Oh, and claim for the chiefdom of oil. Anybody that wants to leave, leave. Some of them are going to be ransomed, some will be left with hooks, as if I really need them. Because money's going to that tournament soon, which I'm willing to start. Plus, it's a shot at glory. Wait till you reach 300. One second. I am judged harshly towards hospitality. Salvatore the criminal, who was avoided by most everyone on their account of their wicked faith. My failure to condemn the continued proxy to these disgusting sinners precedes open tolerance, tarnishing my court's reputation in the eyes of the elders and the faithful. They forced my hand, and I must now decide whether my courtier's crimes outweigh my effects for him. Sadly, something must be done. Are courtiers really so hard to replace? What family? I cannot host you anymore, Courtier. You can leave. Have no purpose for you. There will be a tournament in EPE at the beginning of next year. The tournament will begin in January. Well, actually, the setup, and it takes an additional couple months to, you know, get things running. You get the idea. Let's set it up. It'll be dual tournament. 273 is how much it costs. We could change it, but they could be some expensive, so we'll keep it at fine prizes. so certain negative events may fire. I'd like to have trials. Yes, currently guaranteed to qualify. It'd be 3 months till it begins. Additional taxes, good! I like that. The tournament is at hand at last. Many have flocked to my grounds in Ife, eager to prove their worth or to simply enjoy the spectacle. The sun rises higher in the sky and the shadows shorten. If I'm to compete in the duel contest, I must ensure I will qualify. It will soon begin. No time to lose. My knights stand assembled for the day's training. Their attendants laden with kit. Adadara and myself stand before. Knights, what you do not know, ask commonly to be taught, urges Adadara. Together we represent the Ooni Obrinrin. Let us together prepare for our glories. He turns the eyes gleaming. Command us. To your saddles, draw your swords. This increases skill in everybody, and we all get this trait just to start off with. To the artisan's quarters. What a magnificent work he's done! Ah, I hear a knight proudly say, leaving the workshop. The shimmering blade reflects on the sun like a crystalline lake. I push the door open and I'm greeted by a bursting flame. Are you going to compete like that? The weaponsmith asks, pointing at that Dagaba spear that hangs on my belt. If you have the gold, I have the steel. Make it deadlier. This sharpened edge will only last for the duration of the tournament. Sharpen that spear. I'll pay you, since you got some of that recently. Two dukes and a king. Ah, beneath. Strong woman shall. Lively noises make it discovered an improvised arena, set up by the local peasants, where two burly wrestlers putting on a show. They trade blows, weave, duck, and circle each other until one of them makes a daring move. I call this one the drunk cantilena. She screams for lifting her opponent and slamming it to the ground, making her yield immediately. Bag warrior and the impressive and enchanting, victorious yet again, Victor Glotz. I should study their techniques. Inspired by the wrestlers. Yes, everybody wrestles shirtless, no matter the gender. That's just how it works in tribal societies, especially those who have equal martial, so you tended to see that. Oris be praised. Today I woke up for the first time in my life. I proved myself beyond doubt to be an exemplary Obirisha. Not only the daughter of Ooni Obrinrin, I bask in the light of Odumare. I'm no longer in the shadow of my father. Is it time to focus on more earthly matters and rest here that I am in Odumare's grace? Or should a good Obirisha never tire, never stop in a holy pursuit of Odumare's recognition? Owner and Earth will forever know my name. This character's ever obsessed with becoming the most pious person, possibly ever. As silence falls over the assembled worshippers gathered for the daily ceremony, The calm was suddenly broken by a swift approach of shouting and hollering. The doors burst open and a dozen laughing revelers tumbled to the temple, tankards and kegs in hand. Seiko, clearly the instigator, grinned stupidly. What's all this then? Where's the music? Oh, Oilo watches unfrozen in disbelief and horror. This is sacrilege. Guards, arrest them! Dukana King of Songhe, the Deayama of Songhe. Contestants march onto the field, taking their places around the sparring court. As Herald announces the contest commences, a squared off ring is being looked over in the background, rattled and shaken to its shirt. No give should a contest crash into it. The dual qualifiers come to an end. It's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leaves to no question as to the favorites. For my first bout, I've been paired against my fellow contestant, Mapoche. And they say I'm the favorite. I have to place a bet. Peering at the bouquet by the tavern's dim light, I ponder the stream of odds shots over the heads of the milling punters. High Shaman Gimbi Solo is the dual favorite. 4-1 for the High Shaman. Avila Yoruba. I'll bet on myself. I'll take the hit for once. You put yourself into that position. I vowed to myself that I would win the contest this tournament, and I can't help but consider a less fair approach to securing the prize of the dual competition. I'm sure my opponents would do the same, if only they had the idea. Who knows, maybe they already have. No, 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 no. This is no way to win. Oladaya, one of the contestants of the upcoming dual contest, is accused of foul play even before the day of the event. He was tampering with Oladaya's midfield's armor, weakening the letter points that gives the opponents in hope that they would wear through mid-bout. Hey, cheating demands disqualification. I say that because I guess you're both my knights, but you're against somebody and you're giving somebody an unfair advantage. That's disqualifying. I'm a fair woman. The greatest steel on steel rings around here is Mapoche. And I strike at each other. As he steps back, I follow. Another sonorous crash of our blades sends vibrations up my arm. All of a sudden, a chance. He slips, his foot sliding, and I shove a shoulder into his sternum, sending him sprawling. He is slow to recover. Suddenly my mind flits back to the training manuals I spent hours learning from, and the fanciful things the suggested doing should a clear advantage appear. Almost unconsciously I start unscrewing the pommel of my weapon. You're a courtier, somebody else. I'll just say, finally a chance. Use the pommel as a missile. My score increases minutely, and I would gain roguish duelist for 25 years. So this character's charming chick with a sword and spear in hand, in this case, enrages competitors and enthralls viewers alike. Screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades. Okay, we're using swords. You don't see me using the spear, but you get the idea. Sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look for advantage, think it back to when I found myself a dramatic advantage and decide how best to use it. I'm winning this fight by some margin. I just need to hold it together for a few moments more. We advance upon each other once more. We're both battered, both tired, and there can only be one winner. I must remember my training. Combine prowess and march challenge. 64% chance to increase model rate. 14 nothing. 21 decrease. My overhand swing is deflected aside. I evade the answering blow. The weapons clash together once more. Parrying and thrusting as the crowd cheers and gasps. Neither of us can find an opening. I sense a wind and rush to clear before my opponent recovers. He withers under my flurrying blows. Barely keep it formed with his guards until at last he slips away, yielding. The judges call in. I have won. Victory. Quarterfinals are over. Booms. I, Shaman Gimbisola Yoruba, Chiefess Dimbi of Kosogo, Nan, and Charter reach the semifinals. My next bout will be against the Chiefess herself. How did you even advance? Accidentally killed. Accidentally killed in a tournament. Because this man is like, hey, that's qualifying and all that, then a couple other things, and then this happened. You killed one of my strongest knights. You will pay for this. Yeah, none bora knocked. Namad. Oh, so Mefu was out. Will face. Oh, yeah, it's still around. It's just I said the thing about disqualified and all that. But knocked. Out by knocked out, I mean accidentally killed. I could do this. Remember your training. And that we did. The description is the same. So, got her. The bout between Charter and Doors was decided. After unsatisfied and one-sided bout, no one was surprised when Charter was declared the winner by resounding judgment. Charter's through the final fine contest. And the bout between Charter and Nan has been decided. It's close over the end. Charter was declared. So what I did was that when I disqualified that person, that means, you know, he fights twice. Sounds a little unfair, but he endured them both. This man's a poet and an antiquarian of Malik Biram. Fine contest, I say. Hang on. Who is our winner? It's like, yeah, I lost a wager and who won the tournament exactly of that part, because it didn't show. So prior to the temple again. This old door moves side, let me approach. I take a solemn moment to the temple near the tournament grounds. Pondering the presence of the Overhaul, I find myself wondering what I wish in hearts of hearts to come see these days of revelry. Let me find inner peace, just to figure out what happened. I didn't win the tournament. I was unable to win the contest. Does that mean the other guy won? Or nobody did. And this was a huge waste of time. And just say, draw. If that's even a thing. But I'll just lose the stress because I'm shy. But at least it gains me legitimacy. We'll have to do another tournament at some point in the future. Nobody won the grand prize. Decide, call it quits. Or something that happened outside of my realm. Who knows? wants to make mail armor. I don't have armor for myself, but I would love to have one. You know what that means. You better start raiding. And I want someone else to do the raiding for me. Dynasty now it's increased. You. Go raid there, cause it's about to be lootable. Halt court. Exhibiting her collection. My Antiquarian at the gym. Ojima. Approached me with springing a step. My liege, he says, full excitement. I have a great idea that could bring you to money or fame. You amass quite a collection of artifacts, my lady. So why not put them on display? You could charge for viewing a collection, or for free that more people would view it. Because people do have a tendency to want things they see, so the downside of more people will try to claim your artifacts. Because of my humility, I say it's not worth inviting the risks. A thin, raggedy peasant stands before me, gawking at the obelisk of my throne. Obviously distracted, I call him again such. Oh, I'm sorry, lord. Milady, correct yourself. A village in Ife was hit by blight this year. Not only lost our crop, but our seed too. We have nothing, we shall starve out of. Glancing at my throne room again. Yes, sure you have some wealth to spare. It's only for 5 years. And plus, we get most of our money through raid anyway. So if the fields are burned, you shall wield a sword. My vassal Nana approaches the throne of a young woman and tells my high shaman and Ooni Obrinrin. Again, the two titles. Spelled. My acquaintance, Misola Aladesami, seeks the honor of serving a retinue of knights. Give her the opportunity to prove her quality. The woman knows her way around a spear. I will not let you down when it counts. Oh, I'm a shy person, so I say the graveyards are full of meddling swordswomen. Gains legitimacy each time he holds court, so it's encouraged. Raiding my mother's land. That's what they're doing. Along with their strange goods, merchants bring tall tales of distant unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Gulens and peddlers report to have brought Rusk objects. It comes from faraway court of a great ruler, Velike Kenyats Dobrynia of Novgorod. Kora, a leading trader, grins darkly. This unique mace could be yours for a special price. Of course, great to Ooni Obrinrin. A likely yarn indeed. I looked at the for guidance. I cannot recommend this workmanship. The hammered debts are wistful, nods me stupidly. Looky. What tripe? Out with you. It could be looted again by the time we go to there. So, why not? We have your brother. Would you like to? Yes. Got what we need. Now, the male armor. Master. For a 20-year-old, you're very good at your craft. Let's get it. This is male armor we're talking about. And hopefully it will be good. Because all I have is a basic spear. Hey, this is the one that gives me raiding speed. Why do I lead the raid? Well, actually, no, I have to sit here at court for more decisions and events for me to pop up. Club-footed, but no skill. What the? Is this a joke? Get this drag out of my castle! Never had anything like that before. Okay, we brought back some gold, and that's just the start. Beneficiary needs funds. Yes, you shall have it. We can always get it more by looting, which, in fact, we're about to get some right now. Bring it back to here, then we're going to start raiding down there again. Without delay. Chiefdom of Grippu. Oh, that's far away from here. From the High Chiefdom of Crew. I have that 80-year-old physician. We'll bring the loot in and then swing around to here. Drop it. Should look to your angry little vassals. Only the absolute sovereign guides me. Like him. Or him. Yeah. Sway him instead. I'm well aware. Trying to work on that. Because I decided to invest heavily in the armor. It's male armor. Puppet to the very grave looking Antiquity. My armor, which does bring in news, and the splendid meal should have went for. Oh, there you are, my lady. I've hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My idea's gone to ground's pressure mounts last nursing. Just need some inspiration, my new Ooni Obrinrin. Might have some prior examples I could examine. No, I know what you need. So, 33% chance that you may become a hunter yourself. 10% chance that it may improve and gain progress. 40% nothing happens. 30% lose progress. 10% lose 2 progress. And just lose a bit of progress. It's alright. Take your time. right there next. I've ridden, taken aim, and struck so many times that I thought nothing could upset my rhythm. So I take yet another gallop down the back stretch. A commotion I cannot fully see makes my horse rear up. For an instant, momentum keeps me pinned to the back of the horse as it starts shaking. And as the time is flowing slow, I can feel myself becoming dislodged. Calm down, boy. Calm down. 67% chance I manage to stay on and become an experienced rider. 38% chance I get thrown off and get wounded. I'm thrown hard to the hard-packed ground. The pain of the impact has rushed through every bone in my body. The stable boy comes when I'm just a little too late. You damn animal! No longer wounded. Thank you. What's going on over there? Oh, you're dealing with raiders. Alright. While the chain legs do not offer room for decoration, the master will work on a riveting set, pieces apart from the common mail. The set includes a nasal helmet and a mail hump. Padded with wool, the whole armor has been painted with a thick layer of gold. The tiny but elegant description runs on the side, proudly stating, Oldumare is my strength. +4 prowess, some prestige, and 5% less of reduction of friendly fatal casualties. Excellent. Thus improving the skills much more. Give your cousin. Would you like to? Will not accept. Greedy bastard. You will change your mind in future. How about you sail up river? Go, like say there. You go up this river, and then you land here. Yes, it belongs to us, land, and they want to kill you up there. It's convenient that way. Thank goodness our cultural tradition gives us that ability to sail up to major rivers. Oh yeah, right, I forget. The place is feudalized. There's castles and temples and cities and stuff. My friend Obinrin, well, has honored me with a visit. Brought me to one of the Courtiers along. She approached and said, "Well met, high shaman. Don't you mean the Ooni Obrinrin? Pleased me to see you drive here, Nife. It's occurred to me that, Oris Yemi here might be of service at the court. He's an incredibly talented strategist. His mind's always spinning out possible tactics. I'd make use of him myself, but as it doesn't seem possible." I would hate to see just a great talent go to waste. Would you take it and unleash his potential? I know a place just for him. He'd be a great use. Now you tempt me to raid, more than just, those places. But we still gotta play it safe and raid the travel areas. And my friend just died. Died in childbirth. Thus now rules there. No, I need someone I could trust to keep the vassals together. Too far up. Ha! Really, the faith of the Orisha has reached them too. Okay, back to the river. And then we shall go, yeah, why not? Up to where the river begins, and make them here. This place is tribal. But, some parts of it are feudal. But there's castles and towns and other places. Looks like we found richer lands to raid in future. As long as nobody else got it. So we'll raid a few more places and we'll officially end the episode once they return to here. Need all that money so I could do activities again. Actually, change course right here. More defenseless areas rather than something that has a bit of bigger realm size. Because don't want to deal with all that. level 5? So, okay, here's what we're going to do. Just to end the episode this way. Right there, in there. And then get out. To the river, back home. And see what we can do from there in the next one. Son and heir, and there's another son. Excellent. Also, am I crazy? Is that disease? Oh, I'm so glad I decided to not go there. There's an ongoing epidemic there. I didn't see the grayness until it got closer. Capture the chieftain himself. Pay up. We're going to be rich after the end of all this. As stated before, all we need to do is just loot one more time and then go to the river and sail back home. Go. Actually, do not engage. Go to the river, and then once you're there, land here. It'll be 6 months' time. Okay, so in next episode, as she'll be turning 25 after the end of this recording, we'll continue whatever activities to make use of her high prowess and the subsequent getting more traits for all these things. Would like to become illustrious. And some of you people are curious about regarding what's the nearest university? None. The nearest one is in Maka or Kotoba. So university visits are not a thing for this playthrough. Too far away. To go to a land so far for risking? For better education? One of the things I want to do is a grand tour, a majesty tour, and a couple of other things. They're on their way. Oh, and also network with the Trans-Saharan merchants to improve the economy locally, and all that and more. Come on in. Thank you very much. So, we'll see you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.